Morning, my fellow family, friends, and colleagues. This is your girl, Dr. Charity, aka the Queen of Divas, and I'm here to give you your weekly encouragement on today. Well, on this beautiful, gorgeous, sunny day, fall, and a little bit breezy, a little bit cloudy on the outside, but just remember that on the inside of today, the sun is shining. The sun is shining. So it is still a blessed day, regardless of what it looks like outside, regardless of how it feels outside. It is still a blessed day on the outside because of the fact of who lives on the inside. You catch that? Because of the Son of God, the natural sun is still beaming because he is dwelling on the inside. So the sun is still shining and the day is still blessed and there's still greater to come your way if you just hang on in there. Well, on today, everybody that is listening and listening today, I hope and pray and wish that everybody who is tuning in and lending their ear to this weekly encouragement, because this weekly encouragement is empowering. I'm going to give you not a motivational booster. Today is an empowering booster to motivate, not just motivate, but to empower both you and myself at the same time, that indeed if you've doing all, or if you've done and you're continuously doing all that you need to do, you better get ready because something is happening. I'm going to touch on that a little bit later on. But right now, I want to just believe, hope, and wish that everybody who's tuning in today is tapping into it. Continuously tapping into it. Beginning, if not, to tap into it. Because the time is now. You're not waiting for it. It is waiting on you. Get ready. Prepare yourself. Do what you need to do. Do not hold off for tomorrow because tomorrow is not promised. You don't have the time that you think you got to get ready. What it is that you feel like you deserve and you desire, and what you have desired and feel like you deserve, I'm here to tell you today, it is on its way. It is coming. So it ain't about praying for it and believing. It's about getting ready and preparing yourself, beginning on today. But if anybody's out there that's tuning in today is saying, "With Dr. Charity, prepare," but I prayed and I tried to hope, I tried to namaste, I tried to do everything. It just, girl, I hear you and I want to believe it, but I prepare for what? I mean, I've seen a few things. I heard the signs and wonders that you talked about, the other weekly encouragement. And, technically speaking, I had a few things to speak, but it still ain't manifested. So I'm still trying to figure out what's the purpose of preparing. I'm glad you asked. I want you to lend me your ear. I want you to lend me your ear. Because is anybody out there today that feels like they need an empowerment? Anybody feels like they just need a little boost, a little push, a little bit more encouragement, a little empowerment? Anybody out there feel like you need it today? Because if that is you, you're who I'm talking to right now, this minute. I want you to lend me your ear because I got something. I got a booster, an empowering booster for you to take, and don't wait till tomorrow. Don't wait till Wednesday. I want you to take it in today and receive it in the bottom of your heart and apply it to your life right now. Let's dive into it. Today, if I had to give this weekly encouragement a title, it would be simple. Don't quit now. Let that resonate. Don't quit now. It's happening. Something is happening. Well, somebody, like I said earlier, may have said, "Ain't nothing happening." Dr. Charity, I'm sorry, excuse me, but ain't nothing happening in my life. I may have seen a few signs and wonders, but look, I ain't seen nothing in the natural. Ain't nothing happening. I'm sorry. And I see no reason to prepare for something that ain't here. Is that you today? Okay. Well, you the one I want to talk to. This is who I need you to lend me your ear. This is where this empowering booster is for. It's for you. It's for everybody that's tuning in, but it's specifically for you as well. I want you to listen to me because I'm going to tell you why you need to prepare. As I said, don't quit now. Well, a lot of times, as I told you before, when we go through that valley, when we go through that waiting phase, we, even after seeing signs and wonders, we still sit there and say, it ain't happened yet. In your dreams, I even had a very great, strong pioneer person that used to work with me as a child told me how she was spoken to about her husband as she was young. She's been married for over 40 years to the same man, and they have a blessed marriage. And me and her were talking today, and boy, by the time I heard the story she gave, I almost wanted to cry, because it almost sounded like the story that I see happening, that I'm seeing in my own life. But that's another thing. But what I heard was amazing, because she basically said, I didn't believe. I was told that he was coming, and then them wasn't show up. So I didn't prepare. Where the husband at? But she said the same week, it didn't come in the beginning of the week or the middle. By the end of the week, there was a man that came. A man unexpectedly came, and it was a man that was unexpectedly under her nose. Somebody she'd been known that came out the blue and said she was it. She was the one. But it wasn't no plan. It wasn't nothing planned. It just happened. But ain't that just like God? I told you, you got to trust the process. I mentioned that a few months ago. Trust the process, because that's usually how God works. After he give you the word, he entrusts that you just going to trust that it's going to happen sooner or later. And sooner than later is how God works. But you got to let it go. Trust it. So my word to you today is to don't quit now. You don't quit now because you're so close. What is it, whatever it is today that you've been hoping, praying, or just believing for, whatever the signs and the wonders that you have seen up until now have shown you, believe what has been shown, because it's already, as I told you last week, it has already been confirmed in the spiritual. God is just taking you through the process that's necessary to bring it and manifest it into the natural. So today, the word to you is don't quit now. You are too close. Something is happening. Believe it or not, today I am telling you myself, something is happening. Something is happening. Whether you see it with your natural eye or not, it is happening. Something is happening. So don't quit now. Don't sit there and decide that I'm gonna leave now. Because a lot of times it's when we decide to tap out, is when it comes your way and says, and then you come back when you done decide to settle for what wasn't God's best for you. And you come back around and see where your seed is and see a big old fat harvest. But now you can't touch it because it ain't yours no more. So the word today is to tell you, don't quit now. I'm going to tell you like I heard T.D. Jakes said, when you're living in your purpose, that's when the enemy comes out. So it is only when you have seen and been shown the signs and wonders that the enemy comes to bring the doubt, to bring the overthinking. He comes to bring you and steer you and distract you away, not because it ain't real, not because it ain't happening, but because he don't want to see you obtain God's best and see you on the right track. Because guess what? If you were on the devil's track, the wrong track, he wouldn't be messing with you. He's messing with you now because you're on the right track. Because you are doing the purpose and doing an inside the will of God. So you're leaving it up to God, and God is moving in your favor. So today I want to tell you, don't quit now. Something is happening. Believe it on today. Go through this week encouraged in knowing that something is happening. Whether I see it or not, I believe the signs and wonders that I've been shown that something is happening. Something is happening. Take it inside. Don't quit now. Wrong time to quit. You're too close. You're too close. The time now is to hold on. Hold on tighter. Because it's happening. Believe it or not, it's happening right now. It's falling in line and it's falling in your favor. Trust the process, as I told you before. It's happening. You ain't seeing signs and wonders just for nothing. You're seeing it because it's already happened in the spiritual, and God's trying to comfort you and tell you, Hey, just trust me. Just trust what I'm doing. Cause it's about to happen. Oh no, what you're seeing is what's about to happen. Just give me some time. Everything ain't gonna happen in God's time. Because as I told you last week, I reflect back on where in Habakkuk they talked about that vision. When you write the vision and make it plain, that they may run and not faint. Because though the vision may tarry, and it's only for a while, in the end, it shall speak and not lie. God give you that vision, and it came from God, it can't lie. God's word doesn't lie, as I heard the man of God say today. So today I'm telling you, if it's shown to you, spoken to you, you know you got confirmation and you believe in what the Spirit and God has said, you believe in what you prayed for, hoped for, wished for, tapped into, and you've been tapping and doing all you need to do, then guess what? I don't care how much the enemy is coming in like a flood to take you and distract you and drown. You fight back, and the way you fight back with the enemy and fight off the enemy is by holding on just a little while longer, holding on a little tighter. Because guess what? Your time is now. It's happening. Something is happening right now, even under the sound of my voice. Whoever's tuning, I don't know who this is for, but something is happening. Believe it today. Don't quit. Don't tap out right now. Believe that it's happening, regardless if you can see it. Believe that it's happening right now, because as long as you hold on just a little while longer, it is closer than you think. I'm going to use my own personal testimony. I was shown all throughout this year where I am about to go. And basically the Spirit has been telling me, you don't have 10 years to prepare for this. You prayed for it. You asked for it. So I did what you said. Now, you know when it gets right here, you ain't got 10 years. More like 10 months. You ain't got 10 years to prepare for this. Girl, what you doing? You better get off your soapbox. You better start moving. Because you ain't got 10 years. What you prayed for is right in front of your eyesight, in your vicinity. And when you see it in your vicinity, you better go do what you need to do. Because you ain't got time. You ain't got years to prepare. And I don't. Because he keeps showing me every week, somewhere, somehow, in different formations. I brought it to pass. It's right. You can see yours. So you better do and prepare yourself, because it's about to happen. It's about to come forth and manifest. It's happening even as we speak. You better get it right. And that's what I'm doing. It's taking me out of my comfort zone, but the Spirit told me that, as I told y'all last year, that I had to come out my comfort zone to go to this next level. That's why I've been speaking all year that I'm in transition. But now it's more visible than it was in the beginning of this year. But I said all that to tell you today, whoever's tuning in and whoever this is for, because I don't know who it is, don't quit now. Something is happening, even now. Don't tap out now, because it is happening. Believe it on today, and as you go through this week, believe that it's happening even now, because it is. And because it is so, it is yours. It's happening. You did your part. It's happening right now. Don't quit. Don't quit. Don't quit. Don't settle for less than the best. And the best is closer than you think. It's right at your fingertips. Hold on a little while longer, because it is happening right now. Well, that's all that I have for you on today. But tune in next week for another weekly encouragement. And please subscribe to the Lady Superwoman on YouTube at Lady Superwoman 9999. That's 4 9s on YouTube for all of your weekly encouragements. And remember that I love and appreciate every last one of y'all who support me and this motivation speaking ministry that I have. But remember that God loves you more, greater, and better. I want you to take it. Remember as you go through this week that indeed, do not quit. Don't quit now, because you're closer than you think. It is happening right now. Something's happening, and believe it, because it is so. I love you. See you next week. Bye-bye.